video I'll be teaching you how to elegantly wrap this lovely neutral bouquet. So this bouquet consists of 4 white hydrangeas, 6 white roses and about 10 stems of eucalyptus, and this is our £50 price. If we can, we make all our orders here on the day, straight from wholesale, so they're as fresh as possible. So I've literally just conditioned the stems and the hydrangeas have still got their water bags on. So first what we need to do is just cut these stems down so we can work with it a little bit better. So just cut the bags off and cut the stems down to a reasonable size that you feel comfortable that you can work with, but don't cut them too short. And then I'll just pop this bouquet over here. And then we are going to get our cellophane, which is in this lovely white colour, and it comes in rolls that you can get from your supplier as well. And then basically I just cut rectangles out of there. So just cut it all the way up, and I'll come close to you. I'd say the top is about 50 centimetres wide. So if you can see the comparison to my face, that is how big that you need them. Okay, and then I normally do 3 of these for a bouquet this size. So give it a good cut. Please make sure you're using the right scissors. Don't use floor scissors to do this, otherwise the cellophane can rip and it gets so annoying when it rips. Just means more work basically. And then once you do that, I'll put that to the side. You fold them in half this way. Put that one there. Then the next one. Put it on top of this one. And the last one, exactly the same. Put them on top of each other, and they all should be a similar length, like so. And then what I like to do, I like to go to the centre of the cellophane, so just here, and just cut a sort of rectangle or a semicircle out of there, just because it wraps around the stems and the binding point a lot nicer. So then you don't get like random pleats and horrible edges. What we then want to do, we just grab our bouquet at the binding point. So just here where we tied the bouquet. We put the binding point against the semicircle in the wrapping paper. And I shall turn this round so that you can see. Put this one up here, so the bottom of it's resting on the binding point, and again there. Grab our sellotape and just pop a little bit of sellotape there. Then do a quarter turn and do exactly the same, and another quarter turn, and then do exactly the same that side. Okay, so then you will have a bouquet looking like this. I haven't actually seen this, so I'm just showing you. Okay, beautiful. I mean, you can add more if you want more of the peaks, but I like it just like this. So then what I do, I just scrunch the binding point of the cellophane together so it doesn't all go off in different directions. And all you want to do is get your sellotape and just put a little bit around the bottom of it so it makes it all nice and secure, so the cellophane will keep in place, the cellophane won't move more up or more down. So there we go, it's all nice and secure. What we're going to want to do now is cut our stems down a little bit more, so they need to fit nicely in this bag. So if it helps, just measure the height of the bag to the binding point and know that your binding point, it really wants to sit at the top. So you need to cut your stems down to about here so it fits in the bag nicely. Okay, so make sure you're doing it in the 45-degree angle. And if you can see, there's like stems up here that are a bit shorter, make sure those are cut as well at the 45-degree angle, otherwise they won't get water. So make sure you have cut every single stem, because you do not want any complaints, okay? So we'll just move these out the way now. Then we will do the water bubble. So this is going to give it life. So you can either use 1 or 2 sheets. I think 1 is absolutely fine, especially in the frosted cellophane. It's really, really thick and tough and keeps the water in. So we need to make a square shape. So if you didn't know how to make the square shape, all you have to do really is fold it in half. And if it makes a sort of triangle shape like this, you've got a square. Don't cut it any more shorter though, otherwise the water might come and leak outside. So I basically, at the point of our cellophane, I put the top of our cellophane on the bouquet there, so the peak sort of meet, making sure, if I can turn this around, that the end of our stems are in the middle of the square. And all we need to do is basically pull the opposite peak up and put that towards the bouquet. Then get your hand and grab it at the binding point, pick the bouquet up, and then with these sides you just need to pull and pleat. So it's pretty easy to pleat, your hand basically does it naturally for you. Just grab little units or sections and go around. And then you have your perfect water bubble cover in cellophane. Okay? I then get a piece of raffia. You can use string or a bit of poly ribbon or binding wire. There's lots of things. And then you just tie that water bubble nice and tightly, but not too tight so it makes the bouquet shaped. Just around the binding point like this. So it's nice and tight and the water won't come out of where the binding point is. And that's where your water level needs to stop, where that piece of string or raffia is. Okay? So I'm just going to cut this excess off here. I can hear people talking outside. Oh well, I hope you can't. But just basically open our bag like this. I think these bags are so much classier than your average living vase because it just looks like everybody else's, to be honest, but that is only my opinion. And then you just basically pop it into the bag, and how perfectly does that sit into the bag? And then we just need to add the water. So what I do, I grab the bouquet and then just add the water to the centre. Make sure you're not really pouring it onto the roses or hydrangea. Well, hydrangea's okay, but roses, it can bruise the head. But just pour it in until you see the water level going to the same level as your binding point, and that was perfect. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, I've just used a vase. So if you've got all the gear, you'll have a Floristry watering can, but I don't. I just think these are just as good, so keeps the cost down, doesn't it? And if you've got branding stickers, it's always nice to put that on there because it looks more professional. So I'll come round and show you. I just basically put it at the centre of the rectangle of the bag here, like so. Now you can leave your bouquet looking like this, or if you wanted to be more fancy, you can use poly ribbon. I don't use poly ribbon. especially because this is meant to be very, very classy, and some people don't think that the poly ribbons are classy, but if you do, it does look quite nice if you just put it here. It just adds more detail to it. I am going to be using satin ribbon, and all you need to do is about pull your ribbon to about 60 centimetres and just cut it off at the end, and they're essentially going to be our ends of the bow and to tie it onto the bouquet. So I'll put that there. Then to make the actual bow, I just do loops. So if you can see, I basically just make a loop like this. So folded, that is about 10 centimetres, I would say, or 15 centimetres. And then just hold it in the middle, go back on itself with the fold, and do the same process again, making loops. You want to make about 3 loops on each side, like so, and then just pinch at the middle like this. Then you just want to cut that off at the end, making sure it's got no shabby edges. I'll do the same on this end as well. Ta-da! Then all we want to do is just tie the ribbon around where our fingers were just pinching it, so it's nice and secure in the middle. Yeah, just do a couple of knots. And there we go. And I just leave it like that because I think it looks quite cute and classy. Then we simply just have to tie this to the end of one of our strings. So I'll probably just tie it around a couple of times just so it's nice and secure. And then I'll just put it the highest so it stays that nice straight level. And then you have these 2 lovely free ends at the bottom, and just cut them at an angle so they look lovely and neat. And then, how cute does that look? And here is a close-up vision of it. Like this. Sorry about the lighting, it is actually about 8 o'clock in the morning, so the sun is rising. It's a good job when my florist's not a singer, isn't it? But yeah, here she is. Thank you so much for watching. If this was super duper helpful, please remember to subscribe, and if you can be bothered, a like and a comment. Oh, 1 second, someone's here. Yeah. Oh my god, this video, man, that was a wasp. Oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, please comment and like, and I'll see you in the next video.